Mama, how do you sleep at night knowing fully well you sleep with your own son whenever you feel like it? Papa, how do you look at me after crawling into my room for years, touching me, using me, sleeping with me like I am your wife? Papa, I've had countless abortions for you, Papa. This house is not a home. It's a shrine of sin. We are all living like animals, hiding under the name of family. I am tired.
Welcome to African Folktales by Angela. My name is Angela.
Ngozi barged into the family compound, crying like someone running from death. Her wrapper barely held onto her body. Her feet were dusty. Her voice was gone. She dropped her bag and slumped behind the old mango tree in the center of the compound, screaming and crying. Her mother, Madam Ugo, was the first out. Her father, Papa Nnadozie, her elder brother Ekene, even her younger sister Ifoma, carrying her baby, they all stepped out of the compound. They cycled her, looking confused. Her father finally asked, Ngozi, what is it? Why are you crying? Did someone die? What of your husband? What is the problem? He asked repeatedly. Her mother signed and sat beside her. My daughter, what is it? Talk to us. We are your family. What happened? Did someone die? Where is your husband? Ngozi looked up, trembling. She stared at their faces, those same faces that had become her tormentors. And then she snapped. You want to know what happened, Mama? Do you want to know what happened? She stood up slowly, her eyes burning with pain. Obinna, my husband, the holy man who had ever truly loved, cared, and protected me, walked in on me and Ekene on my matrimonial bed. Yes, this is what happened, she said in pain. Grabs filled the air. Her sister looked away. Her brother Ekene shifted uncomfortably. Madam Ugo touched her chest and muttered, is that all? Is that why you are crying? Stop it. Stop it. I thought it was something serious. I thought someone died. Let the marriage go now. He will find someone else and you will also find someone else. You are home now. We don't judge here. Come inside and eat. But Ngozi turned sharply and screamed, Mama, don't judge. Is that what you have to say, Mama? Is this what you have to tell me? I am tired. I am tired of all this madness in this house. I am tired, Mama. Obinna takes care of me. He respects me. He loves me like a real man. But I have destroyed everything with my own hands. Because of this family, I have destroyed everything. This curse I called a family. What is this? I am tired. I can't do this again with you. She pointed around like someone losing her mind. Mama, how do you sleep at night knowing fully well you sleep with your own son whenever you feel like it? Papa, how do you look at me after crawling into my room for years, touching me, using me, sleeping with me like I am your wife? Papa, I've had countless abortions for you, Papa. The entire family froze. No one spoke. Even the baby stopped crying. This house is not a home. It's a shrine of sin. We are all living like animals, hiding under the name of family. I am tired. Our brother Ekene tried to reach out. Ngozi, please stop. She pulled away violently. Don't touch me. You are all sick. Every single one of you. She dropped to her knees, clutching her stomach as if it hurt. I can't do this anymore. I can't keep carrying this evil in silence. My husband is a good man. He does not deserve this. I have destroyed my home with my own hands. She collapsed fully on the ground, sobbing uncontrollably. 98 years earlier, the elders of Umuokpala sat beneath the kola tree at the village market square. The sun blazed above. In their midst, a young maiden named Amalachukwu Knelt down, bound with ropes. Her eyes were red, her knees were bruised. She had been accused of stealing yams from Mba's father's farm. Mba stood with his hand folded, but hold a deep bitterness. No one knew that Amalachukwu had once rejected his marriage proposal. Now he had set her up, hiding some yams on her footpath. She must be punished though, Mba declared. We can't let thieves bring shame to Umuokpala. And you know the rule of this land. Anyone caught stealing yam will be buried alive. That is the rule. The whole crowd echoed, yes, yes, she must be buried alive. Ngozi great-grandfather Ogbuefi Arinze, a proud elder, stood up. The law is clear. A thief must be buried alive. Amalachukwu, why do you go and steal yam in Mba's farm? And you know the law of this land. I'm innocent. I'm innocent. I did not steal anything. Believe me, the gods bear me witness. I did not steal anything. I did not steal his yam. Then how did the yam got into your basket? He asked. I don't know. I don't know how it got into my basket, but I did not steal. Please believe me. Don't kill me, she pleaded. That evening, a group of men dragged Amalachukwu into the dreaded Ajaja forest. They dug a shallow grave beneath the black palm tree and buried her alive. Please, I'm innocent. I'm innocent, she wept. No one answered. No one listened. As they lowered her into the earth, she screamed with her final breath, I cursed you. I cursed you all. You are your bloodlines. You know no peace. You will bury your children as I'm buried today. He covered her in silence and walked away. Many years later, Ogbuefi Arinze got married. His first wife gave birth to a beautiful baby boy, but on the seventh day, the child died. The second wife, same thing happened. Third wife, the same thing repeated itself. He cried, wept, and begged the gods for a child. Many years passed. Ogbuefi Arinze wives couldn't even conceive, talk more of birthing a child. He went to different diviner, seeking for solution. Then he visited Ogbu, a powerful native doctor in the village. When he arrived at Ogbu's shrine, a girl was buried alive because of your words. Ogbu said, her spirit is crying for vengeance. Her curse is growing. And that curse is what have held you not to hear the cry of a child in your household. Ogbu said. Ogbuefi, full of pride, said, she is dead and gone, and she stole the yam. You know the law of our land. Of anyone caught doing such, I am an high chief. I will not bow to the dead, and I stand in the ways of the truth. He said, but Ogbu cut him short immediately. She is innocent. Go to her grave with a bottle of hot drink and beg her. Peace will be restored back into your family. I won't do that, Ogbuefi said. She is guilty, and the law of the land must take its full course. I'm a traditional high chief in this village, and I can't take my words back. Have a good day. With that, he walked out of Ogbu's shrine in anger. As Ogbuefi Arinze got home that day, he thought thoroughly, could the chief priest be saying the truth? Even if he's saying the truth, I'm a high chief in this village with a very good reputation. I can't take my words back. It will be a stain on my name. There must be a way out. Even if she's innocent, do I have to go and appease her spirit? No, I will not do that. As days passed, Ogbuefi Arinze visited another deity called Agbanna. Agbanna was a strong deity, the deity of fertility. He promised him children, but in return, He must always sacrifice a pure white cow every year. After Obu sacrificed the pure white cow to Agbagana, that moment, all his wife got pregnant. They gave birth to strong, healthy children. Laughter returned back to the family. But every year, Ogbuefi will walk into the forest with a white cow, spilled its blood, and poured palm wine on the sacred rock of Agbanna. Everything was fine. Everything was good. Life was good. Until the white missionaries came. They preached Christianity. They destroyed shrines. They burned sacred trees. They said other gods is evil. And slowly the family stopped the cow sacrifice. 1 year after Ogbuefi Arinze died. Then something happened. After they stopped the cow sacrifice, the yearly cow sacrifice, within 1 year, 12 members of the family died mysteriously. Children, women, elders. They fasted, they prayed, but the heavens remained quiet. Nnadozie, Ngozi's father, being the last only surviving son in his father's lineage, was very scared. He converted to Christianity with the fear of who is next in line to die. Out of desperation, Nnadozie visited another deity. Nnadozie journeyed deep into the forest where the old deity once dwelled. He carried 7 kola nuts, a white cock, and a small goat. He walked barefoot, trembling with every step. His lips trembled as he cited incantations the elders taught him in secret. He wept as he knelt at the shrine, confessing his fears of death. "I don't want to die. I will do anything. Just protect me. All my siblings are dead," he said. The leaves rusted, the wind roared, the air grew cold. Then came the whisper, "You shall not die, but your bloodline will be bound in shame." A covenant was made, one sealed with cow blood, but with something darker. From that moment, the family knew peace from death. But what came in place of death was something else, a hunger, a strange, unquenchable desire that spread like a disease. Fathers with daughters, mothers with sons, brothers with sisters, and everyone smiled through it as though nothing was wrong. They were alive but cursed in another way. Nnadozie and Ugochi looked like a perfect couple full of life and warmth. Together they had 3 children: Ngozi, the eldest daughter; Ekene, their quiet but observant son; and Ifeoma, the youngest and most carefree. To outside world, the family of Nnadozie was a model of joy, strength, and harmony. They laughed together, attended church, gave to the poor. People envied them, yet behind closed doors, darkness ruled. A twisted routine had taken root in their home, one so deeply embedded that even the youngest could not question it. Nnadozie slept with Ngozi from a young age. The first time Ugo walked in on them, she stared for seconds but felt like years. She said nothing. The next day, she called Ekene to her room. That day, a different darkness took root. Over time, it evolved. Sometimes they all do it together. Father, mother, son, and daughters entangled in something no outsider could ever believe. They live as though nothing was wrong. The family sat at dinner, sharing jokes. Despite all of this, Ngozi always dreamed of something better. And that dream took form in Obinna, a man she had met after school. He was kind, he listened, he wanted a family. With him, she saw freedom and another light in life. For the first time in her life, she felt seen. She felt happy. She felt love. He didn't want her for her body or for what she could offer. He wanted her heart. He showed her love that no one has ever showed her, not even her family. When they got married, her heart swelled up with joy. Their home was the most happiest, filled with warmth, freshly cooked food,
Soft laughter, prayer in the morning, kisses before bed. She would wake up beside him and thank God, believing she had finally escaped the shadows of her family. But her happiness was cut short the day her father and brother began visiting her. At first, it was occasional, a knock at the door, a fake smile, a quick "we just come to check up on you, sister," and then it became frequent. Almost every week, her father would show up unannounced. Their presence always felt heavy. Inside, she was dying. Their presence altered her. The fact that they always sleep with her on a matrimonial bed make her feel ashamed and less of herself. She had tried several times to suppress the feeling she had for her brother and her father, but it's not working. The pull is always stronger. She can't control it. Then came the day her world shattered. Obina came home early from work that day. He walked into the bedroom and found Ekene and Ngozi tangled on their matrimonial bed. Ngozi quickly ran out of the bed. She tried to explain, tried to lie, tried to cover the truth, but it was too late. It was out there in the open for everyone to see. Ngozi was never the same after she left her husband's house. The woman who returned was not the bright-eyed, soft-voiced girl who once believed in love. Something inside her had shattered quietly and completely, especially the day Obina looked into her eyes and saw the truth she could no longer hide, the truth she had tried to hide away from him. Her mother Ifeoma tried to talk to her. "Ngozi, you cannot continue like this now. Since you came to this house, you have not eaten or said anything to anybody. You haven't even taken your bath. You can't continue like this. Try to share up." She will look up at her mother without saying a word. Her brother Ekene had tried to talk to her as well. Both Ifeoma. Inside of her, she carried the weight of it all, the shame of being caught, the bitter taste of betrayal, and the worst of all, the memory of Obina's face when he found out, the way he looked at her, not in anger, not even in hatred, but in hurt and in disbelief. She has ripped away the one thing she cherished most, the love of her life, her husband. She missed him terribly. As days passed, Ngozi grew cold and detached. No longer the Ngozi they once hoped. She was a shadow of herself as the days passed by. She had given up her joy for them. She had destroyed her marriage to protect them. And still, they all acted as if nothing was wrong. Her father, a man who once told her to keep quiet and never speak of what happened in the dark, a man who turned her body into a weapon for his selfish desires. Her brother Ekene, her sister Ifeoma, whom her child was still unknown to the family. No one knew if it was her father nor Ekene that owned the child. No, she can't continue like this. I can't continue like this, she said to herself. I can't continue like this. The only one thing that makes me happy had been taken away from me. What is life without happiness? That night, Ngozi stood in the kitchen, staring at the small brown bottle in her trembling hands. The poison was silent. She prepared the food slowly, her face blank. Every stir of the pot felt like a prayer. Her father taste for bitter leaf soup and Ekene love for thick pepper soup. She prepared the food in anger and hurt. As they all sat together at the dining table that night, eating without suspicion, her father with his usual authority, Ekene joking behind bites, none of them noticed the way she watched them. Minutes passed. Suddenly, Ekene clutched his stomach, a sudden pain washing over his face. His father's spoon clattered to the floor, his breath itching, eyes wide in panic. "Ngozi, what do you put in this food?" Her father shook, collapsing on the floor. Ngozi didn't flinch. She stood there unmoving. empty and watching them crumble like the runes that I've left inside of her. "You destroyed me," she said softly. "You made me believe I was nothing, and I lost the only man because I was too afraid to break from this curse. Die! I want you two to die! Die!" She screamed in pain. Her father's mouth opened as if to beg. Ekene reached for her leg, but she stepped her back, letting them fall to the ground. Then they stopped moving, and the house fell into a sickening silence. She didn't weep. She didn't cry. She just stared at the stillness she had created. "Yes, I now have my revenge," she whispered. Her mother Ugochi entered the room first. She was carrying a warm water in a cup. "This is the water you requested for Nai," she said. But when she looked at the floor, the cup of water fell from her hands. "Jesus! My husband! My husband! Ekene! Ekene! Nam! Nam!" Ifeoma, Ngozi's younger sister, rushed in immediately. "What is it, Mama? What is it?" She froze immediately at the sight of her father and brother lying on the floor, lifeless. Then they saw Ngozi sitting calmly on a stool, smiling. "Ngozi, what happened? What do you do?" Ugochi asked, crying. "Sister, sister, please say something. What happened to them?" Ngozi said with a strange laugh, "I finally cooked peace and they ate it. They ate it to the fullest," she said. Months passed. They buried Nnadozie and Ekene side by side. The villagers whispered, some cried, others just watched. But Ngozi did not cry. She stood beside their graves, quiet. Then slowly she turned around and walked back home. Ngozi closed the door to her room. She lit a small candle. She took her old childhood picture and hugged it. Then she drank something from a small bottle, very bitter, very deadly. The next morning, Ngozi was found dead on her bed. Her eyes closed, a peaceful look on her face, but her soul had gone. She ended her own life. Ifeoma and her mother Ugochi, the two remaining family, cried. They couldn't sleep. The pain was unbearable. "I failed my child," Ugochi said, sobbing. They got up and went to the church. The pastor listened to their story. Calmly, he said, "She was innocent. Her spirit was buried with pain. There was a young girl that was buried alive in your husband's village. She is innocent. Her soul had not rest since then. She's the cause of all your predicament." The pastor advised them to go to the grave and plead for forgiveness. This is not what prayer would do. You have to beg for forgiveness. You too have to go back to her grave and beg for forgiveness. They did exactly as the pastor said. They went to the grave. Ugochi knelt down, her hands shaking. Ifeoma was beside her holding flowers. "I don't know who you are," Ugochi said, crying, "but I'm a mother, and I understand the pain of a mother losing her child. They said you were accused wrongly, and I'm here to plead on the behalf of my family. Please forgive us. You did not deserve what happened to you. We were not aware. It's not our doing. Please forgive us. Forgive us. Please," she pleaded. With tears in her eyes, Ifeoma also added, "We've lost our family. I've lost my father and my brother. With my sister, please. I don't know you. We don't know you personally, but we are here to plead on your behalf. We know you don't deserve what happened to you, but please, we are sorry. On behalf of our family, please forgive us," they pleaded. With tears in their eyes, the candle on the grave flickered. They knew their plead had been answered. 3 months later, Ifeoma got married. It was a beautiful wedding. She became pregnant soon after, but the child she got from the forbidden affair with her father later died. She cried bitterly. Then, in her dreams that night, Ngozi came to her smiling in a white dress. "I had to take that child away from you.
The child does not deserve to live. Is a seed of abomination. After that dream, joy slowly returned to the family. They sang again. They smiled again. They kept Ngozi, Ekene and Nnadozie picture in the sitting room with flowers beside it. The end.
Pride comes before a fall. No one knows it all. Always learn to apologize when necessary, regardless of your title or who you think you are. A simple apology from Ngozi's grandfather could have changed everything. Please be careful of every judgment you make because it leaves a mark. Some families today suffer silently from old sins of their fathers. What you refuse to correct today may return tomorrow in a louder voice. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.
Helps keep these stories alive. So, if you enjoy these timeless treasures, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who loves a good story.